Skam dominated social media for some time back in the day, and the love for the show became so big that there have been at least 7 other adaptations across the world. The impact the Norwegian show had on today's media will never be quite forgotten, so let's take a trip down memory lane and see what the iconic cast has been up to after the show ended. Years after Skam, Josefine, who played Nora, admitted to having chronically struggled with something called Raynaud's phenomenon, which causes a decreased blood flow to fingers. It's something that the actress has revealed affected both her hands and her feet and has brought her quite a bit of pain. Her feet literally turned purple and numb because of it. It's something that started pretty early in her life and has just gotten worse with time. The phenomenon is most likely still affecting her to this day, but it's obvious she has no plans to let it stop her from pursuing her career. Besides a few TV show appearances after Skam, Josefine also starred in a high-production movie for the first time. The movie, called Disco, is about 19-year-old Miriam, who turns to religion after an incident that left her unable to dance. Josefine herself was apparently a dancer in her teen years and seemed quite perfect for the role. The movie's director praised Josefine. "She is one of the most talented, wise and hardworking people I have met. Our dialogue was very important to the development of the script and the character." Josefine was even nominated for Actress of the Year because of her performance in the movie. Disco did end up winning Best European Film in the Italian European Cinema Festival. The role turned out to be a huge success, and her performance has, with no doubt, attracted quite a bit of attention. At the moment, she is starring in a Danish TV show called Bopping, where she plays a mysterious Norwegian doctor that enters a couple's intimate life while having a very dark secret. The ongoing show has brought Josefine into the eye of the Danish media once again after her success with Skam, and it sounds like she's the one person keeping the show Dopamine going. According to a Danish film critic, the critic commented on the show, "Josefine Frida is miraculously succeeding in keeping things interesting. It makes it possible to stand the show, but not enough to defend it." Ulrikke Holm, who played Vilda in Skam, went on to do a great deal of work focusing on modern feminism. She actually started her own podcast where she discussed anything from body image to religion, and even went on to publish a feminist book called Girl Law. She even had her own Danish-sourced documentary show called Ulrikke Uden Skam, which translates to Ulrikke Without Shame, an obvious but creative play on words. Marlon Langeland, who played Jonas, actually got to make his own documentary as well. It was a team-up with the Norwegian Refugee Council called Marlon's Journey to help shed light on the refugee crisis all over the world. Taye Sandvik-Mo played the beloved Isaac and has since accomplished some pretty impressive things. Because of the incredible representation of Isaac for the time, Taye was asked to attend Oslo Pride, where he, along with the show's producer Marianne Furrevold Boland, accepted the Frida Award, which represents breaking gender and sexuality norms in a positive manner. And it really didn't end there for Taye, since things suddenly escalated. In 2018, Taye and his co-star Iman, who played Sana, got to attend a dinner at the Royal Palace. The two got to meet the actual Prince William and the Duchess Kate. And not only did they dine with them, but the Prince and Duchess actually visited the school where Skam was filmed and had a discussion about how important Skam's impact has been for so many people around the world. It's pretty crazy to think that England's royal family took enough of an interest in Skam to want to meet Taye and Iman, but it certainly is a well-deserved meeting. The impact made not only by the show itself, but also the two main characters will never be forgotten. After all of the newfound fame, Taye has of course continued appearing in multiple things. Amongst those are the Norwegian theatre adaptation of Grease and a role in an erotic thriller called An Affair. Two pretty different things, but successes nonetheless. Because of his big impact on Norway's population, Taye was of course invited to present the Best Actress Award at Norway's annual Film Awards and announce nominees for the Nordic Council Film Prize in 2017. In September 2018, Taye actually got real on the Norwegian talk show Sonkfeld, where he commented on his decision to not make his sexuality public. It's something quite private to him, especially with how playing Ivan has affected his life. A lot of people wish to know these private details about his life, and he said, "A human is much more than their sexual orientation. I don't want there to be any big headlines that he's hetero or he's gay. It's important to him that there isn't a lot of focus on whether he likes boys or girls." Henrik Holm, who played Evan, has also kept going with acting roles, but on a smaller scale. He's had a few roles in short films. He's played in The Tunnel, Animosity, Origin of Man, which is an animated short film, and Poison. All Norwegian-made short films that look to have been their own small successes. Henrik even ventured out into the script writing world, as it's clear that he has some writing credits for a comedy drama called High North. Unfortunately, it didn't look like the project was developed developed any further, but it's interesting to think what could have been. Today, it looks like Henrik is living a pretty quiet and private life, something all Skam fans would probably be pretty happy to hear. Thomas Hayes, who played William, has seemingly gone into a completely different direction. Apparently, he's taken a real interest into music production. In 2019, Thomas signed a contract with Sony Music and is now making music under the artist name Hayes, who can be found on Spotify. He has millions of listeners and looks like he has created quite the career for himself. During the pandemic, Thomas actually started studying filmmaking before he was drawn to the music industry. It all started because he had to help out a band, but he actually got very interested in the process and ended up managing them. Thomas's big dream is to have his very own management company within the next 5 to 7 years. He wishes it to be a creative house with good people who know their stuff and complement and help each other out. A fun fact about Thomas is that some people actually suspect him of being a part of the Norwegian band Subwoofer because of his ties to the industry and a very suspicious photo. Subwoofer competed in 2022's Eurovision Song Contest, and the band became a very fun element of the event. All of the attention on them came with some pretty fun speculations, since the entire band is masked during their public appearances. Due to a photo that Thomas posted on his Instagram story that he quickly deleted again, fans could believe that he very well could be the DJ astronaut in the band. The photo showed a costume along with the Turin, Italy location tag, which is where Subwoofer filmed one of their music videos for the song Turin. The costume in the photo looked awfully similar to the astronaut's gold costume, and with the picture being deleted that fast, it left fans wondering if he's really behind that mask. Iman Meskini has chosen a more domestic life, as she's actually gotten married. Iman married her Moroccan husband, Morad Jarari, in 2019, and the two seem perfectly happy together. The couple actually held their entire relationship a secret from the public, and their first sighting as a couple was the day they got married. The two met in June 2018 at an event, and they have been together under the radar ever since. According to Iman, their intention has always been to get married, especially based on Islamic tradition. Iman also mentioned that the first time she realized she was in love with Morad was while she was filming for the Norwegian survival reality show 71 Degrees North. The show is about pushing 10 celebrities out of their comfort zones and sending them on adventures across the country with major challenges. Something Iman did a wonderful job in. According to Iman, it was the distance during the month that she was away from Morad that made her realize she had fallen in love. Iman even remembers the conversation that made her realize her feelings. They had just gotten access to an hour's break for filming, and she spent the entire hour on the phone with him. She said, "Right there, I fell for him. Not just for him, but for his lovely mindset and mentality. I fell in love with his soul." The married couple hopes to spend the rest of their lives together, and we're incredibly happy to hear that Iman is getting her well-deserved happy ending so early in life. As for Herman Tamaris, who played Christopher, he's been pretty well off. Herman has actually made it onto a Netflix original show called Ragnarok, centered around Norse mythology, where he plays the giant Fjord. Herman looks to still love acting as much as before, and hopefully this Netflix role will give him even more opportunities. Speaking of Netflix, Lisa Tiger, who played Eva, has also gotten her own starring role in a Netflix original called Battle Freestyle. It's a movie all about dance, which is especially fitting for Lisa, who's been a dancer in real life for many years now. Was anything about the actors shocking to you? What do you think of their current lives? Let us know in the comments below, and thanks for watching.